Today, I'm going to speak about two reasons why you are still separate with your divine masculine, your twin flame. I'm Annalisa, and welcome to my channel. One of the main reasons that separation occurs on this twin flame journey is the self-concept that you have about yourself. And for most of you that are listening, you will be the divine feminine energy, as the divine feminine can be male or female and is typically the spiritual twin, the one that is looking for twin flame information, where your divine masculine is the more advanced one in the matrix, the one that is considered, quote, the unawakened twin. So I want to talk about self-concept, as this is one of the main reasons why separation still occurs or may still occur in your situation. And we know that twin flame separation absolutely does happen for all twin flames. I don't know any divine feminines and divine masculines that have not been in separation, because this is the time for the divine feminine to really work on their core wounds, to start neutralizing that energy and coming back to their authentic self. So when I talk about self-concept, I'm referring to what you believe about yourself, the belief systems that you have about yourself, and how you perceive other people believe about you. If you have gone through trauma, and many, if not all, divine feminines have gone through some severe trauma in their lifetime, and if you have not been able to release that energy, you might feel unworthy, you might feel unloved, you might feel not good about yourself. And this can happen for so many reasons, depending on what experiences you have gone through in the past. And in addition to that, when you separate from your divine masculine, you know that dark night of the soul that the divine feminine goes through. So that rejection, right? That rejection wound that you may still be holding on to, which affects your self-concept. That's why working on your self-concept is extremely, extremely important, and allowing yourself the love that you deserve, because you don't have to earn love. What's important is that you are love. There's nothing outside of you that can make you feel that love. And that includes your divine masculine. And it's a misconception believing that they are the only one that can fulfill you. That is not true. The only one that can fulfill you is, guess who? Yes, it is you. It is yourself. And when you start to put that focus on yourself, when you start to feel worthy, when you start to realize that you are not those limiting beliefs, and letting go of what you perceive other people to believe about you, whether that is simply your divine masculine, if you feel that they don't love you, they will never be able to love you, they will never leave their karmic partner, right, or their marriage that they're in. None of this is accurate. They're just beliefs that you're holding on to, and that in itself will keep you stuck, divine feminine. So really letting go of what you believe your divine masculine thinks about you, and letting go of those beliefs that you're not worthy of this type of relationship with your person. You absolutely are worthy of a beautiful, sacred connection, whether that is your twin flame or whether that is someone else, and we might want to call them a soulmate, right? So whoever that might be, because I can tell you that, and I can tell you from coaching others, not everyone chooses to be with their divine masculine, and that is perfectly fine. If you don't choose that for whatever reason, that doesn't mean that you will not have a soulmate come in. However, when you focus on you, when you pour that energy on you, when you prioritize you and only you, and although that may sound selfish, It really isn't, because when you focus on others, what happens is the divine feminine loses themselves. They start putting focus on others, doing things to make others happy, and they're not necessarily making themselves happy, not necessarily making themselves to focus, therefore not manifesting their best life. And that is what this awakening is all about. This twin flame journey is all about. It's all about manifesting your best life. And when you feel good about yourself and your self-concept is on par, then everything else comes. You don't have to worry about how the universe will allow your divine masculine or allow a soulmate to come back in. You never have to worry about how that's going to happen. It just will. And that is the beautiful part of the universal laws, is that what you feel inside of you is what's going to be reflected in the 3D. It will just happen. So some people may consider this blind faith, or whatever terminology you want to use to call that, because you don't see it in the 3D. And the beautiful part is you don't have to look for it in the 3D because it is not visible, right? But you know in your core, in your heart and soul, you know and you expect whatever your desire is to happen. And whether that's your divine masculine or a soulmate, it will happen. But you have to change your self-concept first. And I want to talk about the second area where separation occurs, and you still may be in separation, is the attachment that you have with your divine masculine. So sort of flipping that role and realizing the law of detachment is real, the universal law of detachment. And what that means is that you don't necessarily let go of your person, you let go of the idea of when it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. None of that you should really be worried about or concerned about, because you do have this faith. You know that this will happen, and you let go of looking in the 3D for the outcome, because when you start to use the law of assumption, you already know, and you're living in the end state. You already know that you have it. Even though you may not see it in the 3D, you're not looking for it. And many divine feminines are looking outside of yourself. They're looking on their social media. They're looking at their pictures. They're looking through a friend to see what they're doing. All of that, you're back in push energy, which is not what you want to be. You want to detach, know that it's done, and then go on with your life, right? And that is the main key points of the law of detachment. Detaching from the push energy. You don't have to chase your person. You don't have to manipulate anything in the 3D for your person to come back. Although this is something that you probably have done, and I can say that I've done that myself as well, because it was in the early stages of my journey. And this is the beautiful part of this journey, is that you're all learning this information if you don't already know it. And I'm here to remind you of this information, to keep reminding you that you can detach, you can surrender, and you can accept that you are the creator, right? I'm going to do more videos on this, but I just wanted to focus more on the law of detachment, letting go, and know that it is already available to you once you let go of the resistance that you're holding on to. So if you're still getting triggered in the 3D, then there's some resistance there. And being triggered doesn't necessarily mean you're only getting triggered by your divine masculine. No, you may be getting triggered from different situations and events and people in your life. So when you learn to be the observer of the triggers, and you learn to realize what that trigger is and where it's coming from, then you're only giving it awareness, and you're not giving it your energy. And you're learning to really alchemize that energy and going back to an energy of love, an energy of positivity, of energy of knowing that you are not your past. And no matter what is happening, it's a reflection of the past. The most important thing that you can do is being present, learning how to be present, using mindfulness and living your life in the present moment. And in the present, there is no anxiety about the future. And in the present, there is no constantly bringing up the same negative stories and the traumas that you have gone through. It's being present in your current energy, knowing that everything is perfect in the 3D exactly as what is happening in your life. Even though what is happening may not look good to the normal eye, you understand that everything that is happening for your highest good. So letting go of the attachment to your person. You are your twin flame. They are not outside of you. You don't need to chase them. You need to let go and allow that energy back to yourself. So these are the two main areas why you still may be in separation. If you need some help, feel free to reach out. I do have a website, inthehiddenkingdom.com. Sending you off so much love.